For the rectangle shown, find the exact length of the diagonal D and the perimeter P. Simplify each answer. And we have a rectangle with a width of the square root of 8 and a length of the square root of 32. The diagonal D would be D squared is equal to the square root of 8 squared plus the square root of 32 squared. And that's because, of course, this is a right triangle, and we're using the Pythagorean theorem to say that the hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the squares of the two legs. Well, now, the square root of 8 squared is 8, and the square root of 32 squared is 32, so D squared equals 8 plus 32, or in other words, 40. When we take the square root of each side, of course, we only take the positive root because we're referring to D, the diagonal, which is a length. We can simplify this because that's made up of the square root of 4 times the square root of 10. The square root of 4 is 2, so it's 2 times the square root of 10. And the actual measurement here, although I didn't write it, is feet, and we should keep that unit with that measurement. Now, for the perimeter, P. Remember, perimeter is twice the length, so 2 times the square root of 32, plus twice the width, 2 times the square root of 8. We can simplify the square root of 32 as well as the square root of 8. So the perimeter is, well, 32 is 16 times 2, and the square root of 16 is 4, which we'll do in a moment. So that's 2 times the square root of 16 times the square root of 2, plus, now the square root of 8 is the square root of 4 times the square root of 2. So now the square root of 16 is 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. So the perimeter becomes 8 square roots of 2 plus the square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, so that's 4 square roots of 2. Simplifying it by adding together the coefficients of the square root of 2, we get 12 square roots of 2, and again, that unit is feet.